Y'all stream that new T.I., man, that new T.I. shit, right one, that shit on fire. Tip, we want to see them old schools at the car show. ATL, let Tip know after y'all stream that nigga new shit, that shit hot. I fuck with that. You heard me?
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Listen, y'all. Moments ago, T.I. dropped another 50 Cent diss record. That's 2 diss records in a matter of 24 hours. I mean, listen, for those wondering, how the hell did we get here? Well, listen, a conversation that started with Verzuz, all right? A Verzuz battle, apparently between 50 Cent and T.I., has now went left, all because of disrespect. Now, again, recently, T.I. sat down on $1 million worth of game. He explained to Gillian Wallow that him and 50 Cent had a conversation about a potential Verzuz match years ago, okay? He didn't say what year exactly, but now that, you know, T.I. has decided to send shots at 50, now 50 all of a sudden acts as if this conversation didn't happen, all right? This is what started this back and forth with 50 and T.I. as of recently, right? 50 apparently saying, you know, keep my name out your mouth, T.I. T.I. then in this $1 million worth of game interview said, you know what, he doesn't even want to stand on stage with 50, you know, after saying one thing and doing another. So because of these comments made in $1 million worth of game, 50 Cent proceeds to post a picture of Tiny on stage, okay? Why did 50 do that? Because, man, all hell broke loose, all right? King Harris, which is the son of Tiny and T.I., he went crazy, all right? He posted a picture of 50's moms with the tombstone, talking about go put flowers on the grave. Listen, this conversation got disrespectful real quick. Now, of course, 50 Cent, he responded to King. As you can see here, he took a clip from ATL, right? With, you know what I'm saying? Using AI showing 50 is big boy. You get what I'm saying? You know, but again, people are pretty much exhausted from the memes when it comes to 50. They want to hear a real response. And I'm not sure if 50 is actually motivated to get back in that booth because, listen, how many more MCs got to release a verse, a freestyle, going at 50 before he realizes, you know what? Or should I say before he's motivated enough to jump in that booth? Because right now, 50 is, you know, the king of, you know, the internet, the king of trolling, the king of memeing, you know, but people are pretty much exhausted. They've said it time and time again, yet 50, he doesn't care. He's going to do what the hell he wants to do. And yeah, it's just, like I said, it's interesting because this is a matchup I don't think anyone expected. But now that T.I. has pretty much, you know, let it be known, he's not backing down. And with these records, I mean, listen, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on these records that T.I. just released? You got War and now the right one. Like I said, as of right now, 50 Cent still hasn't deleted this post of Tiny. And like I said, people on social media, you know, they've taken to IG, to Twitter, even in 50's comments, they're pretty much calling out Fifth for even mentioning Tiny in this back and forth with him and T.I. Like I said, T.I. in his post say, listen, y'all want war, it's up. And right now, he done released 2 records, and this is the latest cover art to the second diss record. I believe it's the right one, because now he's dropping little snippets and segments, but this was the killer, y'all. He posted a video of him doing the record at the table with his family, okay? Sending shots at 50 again, because again, you understand, the moment you disrespect the queen, listen, man, it's up. Everybody going at it. But for the most part, T.I. and King Harris, you know, they responded the way that they were supposed to immediately. And T.I., he jumped right in the booth. I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard The War, I wasn't sure if this was just another record from his latest album, or was this actually something new? And after I checked out the verse multiple times, both records, I'm like, yo, this is definitely something he put together recently going at 50 Cent. Now, listen, are we really judging these battle records? I mean, listen, they worthy enough, if you ask me, you know, but again, do I look at the bars and say, man, these are damaging? It's light work. I ain't gonna lie. Even the snippets that T.I. put out now, you see it right here in the caps. He says, my biggest flex is being able to protect my mama till I can provide her a better life. Happy birthday, mama. your turn. Okay, this is, again, sending a shot at 50. Now, of course, 50 says he knows this. He's just trying to sell a record. Now, 50, he believes all of this is T.I.'s way to promote his next album. But I went to the fans. I had to get some responses from some people. And, you know, some of the people say, listen, I mean, it's a flex that Tip can actually be sitting with his fam, mother and his kids, while 50 has been trolling grown men for 20 years. Okay, somebody says, nah, Fifth, you can't meme and troll your way out of this shit. Get your ass in the booth. Tell Yayo do whatever he can. Listen, the people have spoken. 50, the only rapper who don't have to go in the booth and rap because he's above it and not focused on like this other drop like a month or two ago. Okay, another person says, don't waste too much time. 50 just gonna meme you to death, T.I. See, these are the people reacting, okay? Someone else says, defending 50 not rapping at this point is corny. That meme shit is immature. Another person called 50 lame and a bully for going at Tiny, okay? Back in the day, rappers used to fear 50 Cent, but 50, nobody fears you anymore. Another person says, people don't even acknowledge 50's music no more. That's how you know his rap career was short-lived. Another person says, truth is 50 not feeling confident enough to step in that booth. I don't know, maybe, okay? But as you can see here from these comments, people, they're exhausted, man. They tired of the memes and the trolling. They're anxious to hear a response from 50 because, again, we haven't really heard a verse from 50 in a while. You know what I mean? Come on. 50's known to put out heat, but it's been a while. Like I said, with T.I., he just put out, records that people are feeling. But if we talking about everyone that's went at 50 recently, who's done it the best, listen, man, shout out to Fab. I got to give it to him. The Squatters freestyle seems like the one. Now, I put Jada up here because he's one of the very few MCs that's been able to body 50 with ease. You get what I mean? So again, you got certain MCs who set the bar high. And T.I., I do think these are, some light punches made in these records. Now again, is it enough to motivate 50 to jump back in that booth, to respond to T.I.? I don't know, y'all. Like I said in the recent interview, 50 talked about working on a mixtape around the time Fab and the Let's Rap About It podcast dropped the freestyle, but we haven't heard anything from Fifth. You get what I mean? In the meantime, T.I. getting to it. Like I said, he has a new album that he's promoting, and, even though we acknowledge it, listen, T.I. is still in rare form. You get what I mean? I'm listening to these records, and, T.I., he has his signature sound, This is different because T.I.'s had some battles in the past. We know about Little Flip. But come on, 50 Cent, that's a different beast. That's a different opponent. Those first two albums along with 50's catalog, that's a lot to have to go against. But T.I., man, like I said in my last video, one could argue he's had a longer, run in the rap game than 50. But the point is, we have two diss records from T.I., and we still haven't heard a response from 50 in the form of bars. So y'all let me know, man. What are your thoughts on T.I.'s latest diss record going at 50 Cent? Do you think that this is worthy enough to get a response from 50 Cent? Or do you think, the punches was light? You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm going to be real, T.I. has some, some moments in these records, but it ain't the one. It ain't the knockout punch. You get what I mean? I guess it's just the warning sign to let him know, listen, I'm ready. And so far, 50 hasn't budged when it comes to, releasing a verse. But again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on this controversy involving 50 Cent and T.I.? Again, was started as a conversation about a potential versus match, ended, in straight disrespect the moment 50 put up a post of Tiny on stage. You got King out here going crazy. Do you think he went overboard in defending his moms? Again, let me know. What are your thoughts on all of this controversy? Like I said, people are waiting on 50 to respond. And as you're seeing, people say, they done with the memes, Fifth. They waiting. So, again, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on these diss records released by T.I. going at 50 Cent in the comment section below? But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Again, my name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Hey, 50, we waiting, man. We waiting on you, King. That ain't gonna hurt. Just a little verse. That ain't gonna hurt you. Just a little verse, man. Let's get back to real rap. Remember when MCs was rapping? Let's get to that one. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor right now and check out the homie Hotep's latest single, Love for Fashion. All right, available on all streaming platforms. I'm about to bless y'all with a teaser from the video. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit the link in the description. Head on over to his YouTube channel, subscribe, like the video, and make sure to tell him Rip sent you. All right? All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, but real quick. Rip going sneakers with the real shirt. Oversized slacks, so the jean shorts. Matter of fact, I'm Mary's go right with the fit. Got a clear pepper, these Cartier frames got tints.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.